3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And
we are rolling.
that's right, ladies and gentlemen. From the southwest, we've got the Titans of Twister and DanielD from France and the United States of America, respectively, playing both US in this 2v2 championship matchup. We're going to decide the inaugural AECO Productions 2v2 champions of the world and their opponents from the red and turquoise side of the map. Orangepest, who do we see?
It is my good friends Zulu and Smoko, rolling both back and Burma. It's going to be aggressive out of the gate while we're seeing paratroopers dropping from the skies.
Well, there we go. We've already got frontline action as the Falchion Pioneers are on the plus 10 fuel. And this is the first 2v2 I've ever cast of Company of Heroes 3. I'm very excited to be bringing you these show matches funded by my Patreons over on patreon.com/AECO. And we're starting up a few lineages, a little bit like boxing, a little bit like wrestling, but the matches will be real, I can assure you. And I actually have the reigning heavyweight champion, pretty much the only top-level competitive player we've got left in the world. It's Orangepest on commentary. How are you doing today, mate?
I'm doing pretty alright. I was playing some League prior to this, but I'm always happy to cast and give my insight.
Thank you for putting your waifu pillow down for one moment to leave your League of Legends match to cast this with us today. Right then, we've got first action here. We've got Twister. His MG, as USF, is backing away, so he's clearly going for more of a weapon support kind of center style of play. This was a playstyle me and Dexter used to run when we were playing 2v2s. You just spam the MGs immediately, and you can just contest any part of the map you want. Well, he's contesting this part of the map here. What is this part? Did you know this existed? The Acropolis, apparently.
I mean, to be honest, this is actually really good for him. He's just wasting so much time and resources for this is Zulu, yeah.
Yeah, let's just
all
quickly...
this time.
It's going to be a bit of... I wonder what the blue guy's up to. I can't see. I literally can't see where DanielD's up to right now. He seems to have gone in the center. He's allowed the entirety of the red army of Smoko to go to the north. And it's all about this southern engagement at the moment.
Yeah, he even sent a rifle to support the central push. I think they're aiming for more of a long-term attrition style, which is USF is just really strong at dealing with.
Indeed.
Just that logistics and all of the grenades and rifles just being so cost-effective.
Grenades, exactly as you mentioned it, it got teched up there. In fact, we've got double nades popping, so clearly a very aggressive double nade start, forcing away one MG. We did have another rifle pushing in from Twister, trying to get the other one. So, wow, an aggressive double nade start there. Do you like what you see, Orangepest?
It's strong. I think it's a preemptive counterattack against the back vehicles and just the early pressure. You can already see the flamer half-track in the center being pressured by all the rifles, and now he knows there's grenades, so he can't just brazenly just run up on them anymore.
No, it was the scout that's closest there, so the chariot of fire, the clown car, gets a little bit closer, but here comes Twister to help DanielD off, and he does get it off! Engine damage on that 250 early on. This could be a nice win for the allied army of Daniel and Twister.
Yeah, that's a very, very sloppy move from Smoko. He's gonna guarantee lose that half-track, but doesn't lose any models, at least, but the rifle blob is strong, and Zulu is in no position to really aid here.
What a beautiful rifle blob it is, and here comes the Wehrmacht forces to help him out there.
Yeah, it's just gonna force Zulu to engage at range, and the grenades are just gonna be really oppressive, already preemptively moving.
Yep, trying to preempt him as well, and meanwhile, we've got Twisters pushed all the way up to the +5 at the edge of their base, so it's a real strong start for, I would argue, the underdogs in this series, Orangepest. Would you say that?
I would say that because I don't know these players at all. I think I've faced Daniel once in a 1v1. It was like a 10-minute game.
Can I tell you this? DanielD was the finalist in my very first ever tournament in 2011. It was the Reddit Tournament 1. He faced my friend Arnie. So I know him. And Twister, this is the original Twister. Before we had a Twisted Tootsie. There's a big one. Oh, that's on Rangers as well. That was a big hurt. Oh my god, he could actually get a wipe.
Manpower.
Oh my god, that's brutal for DanielD. I'm trying to big him up here. He just lost like 200 manpower or something ridiculous.
At this point, if I was him, I wouldn't reinforce those rifles, those Rangers. He's got more bigger things to get to. such as this tier 3.
10 times 45 is 450. That's 225 manpower just got lost. That's a full, like, a worker unit squad wipe. And another nade there by the Panzer Grenadiers, forcing away the airborne this time. They had a strong start, but these manpower casualties are going to hurt them, Orangepest.
Yeah, the good thing about this, really, for the Axis team in general, is just the fact that now they're being forced to consolidate on the northern side. And the fact that the 2-1 actually got out is still decent timing. I mean, there's gonna be... It seems like Daniel's going for like a half-track, maybe the 75. I'm not really sure on the meta here, but I'm assuming it's just gonna be half-track and snipers, maybe, just to poke at the deck player.
Think about the 2v2 ladder, it is rather weak right now. These 4 old CoH3 players are 4 of the strongest players on the ladder, and I asked about... by the way, I checked their references. I asked other 2v2 players, have you come across these guys? Are they strong? Everybody considers these 4 guys really strong players, but to be honest, I don't think the 2v2 meta's anywhere near solved yet, Orangepest. I think they're still formulating it.
It's absolutely still getting formulated. I mean, people have to stretch the game so it's very limited before you still get a good feel on what's strong and what's weak. I mean, Luftwaffe might be an obvious choice, and I assume Smoko is probably going to go for the combines arm doctrines with skill planes, because skill planes are just the obvious choice in general, but I haven't played enough either to really know myself. But for me, it's like the Ranger doctrine seems really weak.
Yeah, well, these Rangers aren't weak anymore, but the bloody hell mines just suppressed 2 units there. They've got a flamethrower and I believe it's an automatic rifle as well, so the Rangers are going to be able to fire on the move and hopefully for them push these 2 units off. Meanwhile, we've got a fight in the south. Zulu is getting confident down there. Try and take back the Acropolis, it would seem.
A really interesting play from Smoko, actually. He's going for the Flakjack and the Gustatori unit.
Wow.
I think I've seen the Gustatori on literal, like, 6 months.
Yeah, well, they can fire flamethrowers on the move now. It's a big game changer for them.
Oh yeah, they got double flamers, right? Yeah,
they do.
That's pretty brutal.
They're a mobile barbecue incineration unit.
I think the biggest strength is probably the repair speed as well, and the fact you have tellers. This does mean no skill plays for the late game, though.
Got Twister here, coming all the way from his opponent's direction. He's pushed away that flank, and we've got basically it's an asymmetrical map dissection. But DanielD's now forced away the MG in the north, so it looks like the Allies are still holding more ground, but the victory points are even.
Other Gustatori getting caught out of position there. Nice immediate retreat. Knows he can't sustain any bleed.
Yeah, good stuff. He should have done that with the Rangers earlier, but he got too cocky with them. Meanwhile, oh, there's a Browning in base. It seems he's got more toys to... so he only picked up the flamethrower earlier, it would seem.
I assume that might be because his teammate might not tech bars. Never mind. Like, he's gonna pick it up himself.
Okay, yeah.
Theoretically, I guess you could just drop it to your your teammate if he's not going bars. Just help alleviate some of his DPS issues if he doesn't have it.
It's not Christmas yet. It's not Christmas yet. We've got the flat Viling. Oh, they're pushing in as well. There's Panzer Jaegers on board that 250, the newest one.
Yeah, there's a very big lack of AT right now for the Allies. They've got a couple of units, but it's basically the half-track and the Greyhound and the grenades trying to fend off what's about to be a 2-1 with the snare and the flak plus the Panzerjägers, and I think we might see a big all-in push, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to fend it off with what they have in center right now.
Got smoke from the Jaegers. We've got grouped up light vehicles they could push in. Zulu and Smoko are notorious for their aggressive playstyle. And they're starting to really posture for position, flick a few jabs out, and see if there's a weakness. There's the Panzerbuska, finding out the A half-track of the Americans. Oh, spoil for choice with targets there.
Yeah, these rifles are caught out of position, but it's not much to really repair any vehicles at the moment either. So they're really going to have to just bunker down and try to get an AT gun or something out. Or at least just, a bazooka or something, because this doesn't... They need to have something to fend off all these vehicles. Oh, the engineering unit at the top side there dying.
Oh, good
Or,
call. The rifles could have died as well. In fact, they still could. No, they down to one man. Good call out from Orangepest there.
Yeah, that's gonna give the Rangers another flamer, which is actually really strong. So now they can basically rival the Gustatori in head-on fights. Maybe even beat them.
They shred the Gustatori, to be honest. I don't think anything loses to a vetted Ranger squad at the moment. They are damn powerful.
You'd probably know better than me, because I've played Rangers about a total of like 3 times, because I find them really bad.
At mid-level 1v1 level, you can get Rangers to vet 3, and then you're basically Arnold Schwarzenegger circa Commando 1987. You just basically have everything. Gossatori have found the airborne on retreat. This could be a big, meaty Italian squad wipe. Look at that push in, Orangepest. The wolves are at the door.
They're putting down the pressure. I feel like there needs to be an AT on here. But like, I don't know, it's just not looking good.
Oh, this M8's working overtime. He's having to do so much. Pushes away the flak vialing.
There's gonna be a traffic coming out. I mean, the one good thing here at the moment, at least for now, is the fact that Zulu isn't... he's getting shreks now, but like there won't be any present for the front line, at least for one of the first engagements if they're lucky and Jaeger's out of position.
You hear it, the Shafi has arrived, but look at this. We've got the Marder coming out and the ambulance for Dak, so they're building up their forces as well. Meanwhile, the struggle for the center, grenades coming in. That's really plucky fighting from DanielD with that rifle, but he's getting caught out and he's getting et up.
Yeah, I really feel like his doctrinal choice is not helping at all. The Rangers are nice, but like he's not really getting much aside from the Rangers, and the Rangers alone in a vehicle-based against a vehicle-based composition isn't ideal, I don't think.
Oh, the air-gone Orangepest face later on when the automatronic maniacal mechanical men rain death upon the Axis forces. You just wait. AI is a real thing and it's coming for us all.
Bazookas? Is that what they're gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Just spend, like 500 munitions.
A horde of robots. People in chat asking, this is CoH3? Yes. Yes, it is.
So it seems like Twister is doubling down on tier 3. He's deliberately hiding away his chaffing. I think he wants his enemies to go for a dive, but they're being very cautious. Very nice grenade on the Colt Jaegers on the right side there.
What a nade that was! I tell you, that's a low health Jaeger squad as well. If this was actually CoH3, he could have got the squad wipe, but he won't. He'll actually ignore it, thanks to the 25% reduction. And now with Twister pulling in the M8, he's reclaiming lost ground. And to be honest, they never even lost their fuel there, Orangepest. So I think they've defended and they've survived. They now have the Shafi, so they have the option of the counterattack. But the Axis do actually have the 2cm flak unit.
Yeah, what's really worrying now for the Allies is the fact that tier 4 is getting produced for Wehrmacht. Meaning it's just gonna be a slow roll of Panzer 4 soon, and soon enough, well, Zulu did go for the right side 3, so there won't be any skill plays yet, but there will be strafes shortly.
Yeah, that's gonna be punishing. Orangepest, like, I would have expected to see mortars in 2 versus 2 of all game modes, especially with mortars having the kind of consistency buffs they've had in recent times.
I think you can't go too hard on mortars in general, just because of how much counter battery the Axis has. You have the Nebel Warfare, you have the Tractor, both of which are really good just shutting down and punishing mortars and support weapons in general.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see the Tractor at some point in this game. The Mortar's getting into position here. The Mortar's in position. I tell you what, they have to be careful, these little light tanks.
These Gossatori are getting caught out of position, and there are multiple Rangers roaming around the map. Left side is going to be a Panzer falling off. It's getting wiped. Really nice pickup for Daniel.
Yep, good work there. Can you ping? Did you ping them?
I can't think.
Oh no, we're not together. Sorry.
No, we're not in the same lobby.
That would have been amazing though.
It would have been nice,
I heard something. It sounded like a ping. I got confused for a moment. Well, Panzer Jaegers went down. Where did that happen, Orangepest? In the north
left
again?
Left side by the manpower point.
You are a watchman in the north, Orangepest. That's 2 squad wipes you've caught for us. Thank you, sir.
Well, you know, I'm good at spamming the factory map.
Yes, exactly. That's the power of having a good Company Heroes player joining the gas team today. But I'm enjoying the ebb and flow of battle. It seems like it's quite chaotic.
It's very dynamic.
It is, isn't it? Dynamic's the right word. Yeah, maybe not chaos. More dynamism.
I mean, for my, like, from where I'm standing, like, if this is like CoH3, I feel like it'd be like just sitting still and not doing much. But here, they're always trying to prod and trying to find openings and get something going. Especially the allies right now, they have no choice. They need to clear out this center position somehow. And I think if Twister is on the right track, he will probably go for the big air bombing strike, and that would easily just be able to clear out a lot of this.
Yeah,
he has to stall until that point.
Yeah, I wonder how far he is down that left side. Meanwhile, Captain's been caught out. He's got to run a maelstrom of gunfire, including the flat vialing Panzer Grenadiers as well. He's definitely dead. Meanwhile, actually, the flat vialings had a huge shot from afar there. The M1AT gun just about finding it.
Yeah, Twister is about 3 CPs away from the big airstrike. Oh, flak drilling gets caught out.
Yep, there he is. The Chaffee finally gets his mort, but exposes his rear to a huge amount of fire
also,
there.
Howitzer hitting the center right now. It's wiping and doing a lot of damage to a lot of the light vehicles right now.
Should be able to survive. They've had to completely evacuate the center for the time being, so their victory point dominance, pushing the allies down to 283, could be coming to an end if the allies can push back into the center and take advantage of the howitzer fire. There's a Panzer IV possibly picking up the scout, which did have the flare upgrade. No, it's going to survive.
That howitzer might actually come in clutch here. I assume it's basically just going to be a very heavy tier 2, tier 3 play, where they're not going to go for that many Hellcats and stuff until like later on. Because this howitzer is already vetted 1. I think it gets an upgrade that gives it a sort of stun on vehicles, which is going to be really useful against the back player who's camping up north.
That could be clutch. Let's wait and see how good it is and how it can be utilized. As we've got, yeah, the infantry's pushing in. We've got sprints initiated. This could be the flak down if they can get that grenade off. In fact, they elect for an anti-tank grenade on the Marder there.
Zulu is coming in on the side here, just trying to support and try and maintain the front line, trying to prevent a complete collapse. Twister, however, isn't really doing much. He should have been acting a little bit quicker than this, I think. Kind of left Daniel on his own, whereas they could have really had him down here.
Yeah, Von Aston once told me he doesn't need voice comms, he just wants one thing from all teammates. If I push, you push with me. And I didn't see that there. It was a little bit disjointed. And it was manpower attrition again for DanielD.
It's gonna be rough. I mean, it gave them a little bit of an opening, and they are actually slowly pushing back the axis, but over time, this Panzer IV count is gonna increase over time, and it's just gonna grow and grow. And at some point or another, if there's no Hellcats or enough AT guns, it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to even force away them.
His mod is actually facing the wrong way right now. Yep, it's facing the wrong way and getting punished. No AT grenade there, though, unfortunately. M1 AT gun did get a long-range shot, but the outer position mortar was not punished. Meanwhile, DanielD has...
Twister is saving his munitions right now for the air bombing strikes.
Oh, is he? Good shout there. Let's keep an eye on that. Supply drops being used recently as well.
He's half a CP away now. I think they're just waiting for it now. Once they get the chance, I think they're going to pull the trigger and go in. Because at this rate, they won't last long.
No, they need something big to change the course of this battle. And DanielD constantly trying to just harass the northern victory point. He's been eaten up twice on retreat there. He's lost a lot of manpower in amongst it all. So yeah, they need something to break through in the center. And if this was Company Heroes 2, we'd be talking about big tank destroyers in the late game, the idea of an ISU-152, Jacksons, Fireflies. That's the kind of thing the Allies usually use with rocket artillery support. But Company Heroes 3 is a different beast, a lot more dynamic, and you kind of have to, in this point, before the big battle groups hopefully arrive in the next year, let's hope, at this point you have to rely on one-clicks, like bombing strikes, and anything else you can get your hands on, really.
Yeah, you batter them with heavy artillery and you try to force them to move. We're also seeing Daniel going for a Hellcat now. As Twister is also taking up the tier 4. It's a bit later than their opponents, but better late than never.
Hellcats very, very crutch at the moment for US in the late game. They're one of the finest tanks in from the Heroes 3, though. You can do a lot with a Hellcat.
It is pretty much the best tank hunter in the game, I would say.
Oh, yeah. The speed of it especially. Oh, nice! Grenade there! Finished off, polished off. They may be able to pick up this MG. They've got the Shafi, they've got the M8. Vet 2 now watching over, doing more attrition to the Aegis, but they've been hit with Phosphorus. Can they be hit with Shreks? Yes, they can! M8 down!
Not a good trade, but this stage of the game, the M8 is not as useful as it once was. So it's not too bad of a loss.
We've got recon. We've got carpet bombs. Here it comes, Orangepest. Buckle up, buckaroos.
Yeah, here we go. This is pretty much what they've been holding out for. It's why they've been so passive, and now Twister and Daniel should be going in for a counter-attack to see if the bombing strike does anything.
The ambulance did a donut to escape there. The infantry is pouring in, but it's really struggling with the fighting. The bombing run did literally nothing. The Rangers Vet 2 have caught the Gustatori out, but the Panzer IV's there to watch them on and force them back.
What this did give them is spacing. They can finally push up. The howitzers also still barraging to deny them ground, so now there's an opportunity to push up, and you can see Daniel is pushing in his infantry while Twister is trying to hold off Zulu, who's been pushing him back after some really bad attrition.
Dude, the ambulance did this really funny, like, turning circle to evade the bombing run. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I saw. It's like out of a movie.
It was funny, yeah. Right, Rangers yet again. Oh my god. He's got 2 Ranger squads in total. He's trying his best with these Rambo units to push in.
We've got a walking Stuka coming out for Smoko.
Well, it's walking out, surely. We got a Stuka walking out. I mean, come on, Orangepest. That was the most efficient way to say that sentence, surely.
I'm not a pro caster, you see.
It walks! It's a yeah, come on, dude. It's got feet, Stuka Zufus. I've never understood why it's called that either. But yeah, it's out. One of those units I really want to see revamped in CoH3. It's just not as good as the CoH2 explosion effects, nor is it like the drag box isn't as cool. Oh, nice takeout. The Panzerbuska Hellcat immediately being effective there.
Getting some good value. I think they're finally seeing an opening here, but the mortar is going down, and I feel like the infantry presence just isn't quite there for the allies right now. But looking at Twister, he's got 2 rifles, a captain, and a paratrooper. That's not something you can really do a lot with. And for Twister, well, he's just got 2 rangers and a rifle, and that's just asking to bleed manpower.
Yeah, I get scared playing with Rangers because I think I can't stay in the engagement. I don't want to. It's too expensive to lose, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's one benefit for Daniel, is that he's gone for the logistics upgrade, as has Twister. It's going to give him less attrition in the long run.
That's not a bad show. Well, we have the Flak 88 arriving. Could be good. Like 88mm
big target for the bombing run, but at this point, I'm really starting to be afraid for the allies. The big bombing run didn't do quite what it needed to, and now they're gonna have to hold up for another one, and they're just this blob of vehicles just holding together without much counter battery going on. It's gonna be a real problem.
Oh, they've got some yellow smoke down on the Flak immediately there. That's the captain's mortar, right?
Oh yeah, it might be the captain. Yeah. The howitzer is also targeting the central vehicle. It's about 2, but I feel like the howitzer, it's got 1 vehicle destroyed and 6 infantry kills, which isn't much to write home about.
No, it really isn't. Stuka absolutely womper striking the captain there, but the Axis forces are holding so strong on the centre. I mean, this map, is it Campbell's Convoy, this map, is it?
I think so.
I think so too. It's like Axis heaven. I mean, it's so open in the centre. These support weapons of Axis, which are usually superior, can really have nice overlooking. angles of fire. What could the Allies have done better to try and break through? So they've just been
I
stronger in
think
the
they
early
should have
game?
coordinated their pushes a little bit more effectively. They had a couple of openings, but after that rifle push, it was really just... They kind of slowed down the pace, and then they let Zulu and Smoko reorganize and start pushing back their lines, and it's just slow crawl. And the fact that their infantry, like, setup right now isn't that strong, and a lot of their tank hunters are kind of just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Means they're kind of lacking a lot of, like, killing blows and pickoffs that they really need.
ASII Anthrax from a long-forgotten CoH3 clan there with Symbiosis, Jeep and everybody. He says you should go for the hill left side, push from there. That's his chosen angle of attack. And I can see what he means, because you've got a lot of sight blockers and shot blockers. So allies, if the push goes badly, Orangepest, you can retreat easily. But to be honest, you might have the element of surprise.
I feel like you would easily get cut off.
Okay.
You'd concede the center too much. And you can just see what's about to happen already. Yes, they might be able to hold the hill, but the central, like, the amount of resources you have to commit... Oh, you might get a pickup on the Panzer IV in the north, actually. He gets the Panzer IV out, but, you know, do more to replace it.
Alright, we have Recon Loiter yet again. Just trying to spot for weaknesses, see if you can get back in there. They've got the Panzer IV down, that was giving them so much trouble. What else can they get now?
There's gonna have to be another carpet run. It's gonna be the off-map artillery from the Ranger company.
Yeah, rapid artillery, there you go. Obliterating the Flak 88 and destroying the weapon. No, it's got 1 pixel of health there. There are 2 remaining Panzer IVs, by the way, and they're having a field day. Meanwhile, got a big strafe in the north, but the Ranger Blob's able to evade. Oh, look at that flame damage on the move there, Orangepest. That could be a dead Jaeger vet too.
It's gonna be close. He's really skirting the edge there, just walking away. These Rangers are gonna have to put in work. I mean, up north is a bit more to their advantage at the very least, considering CQC and that's kind of Rangers' golden zone, but Twister is not doing much to support his teammate at the moment. It's really... I think he's waiting for Zulu to respond to this and move away. Now he's gonna push up.
Yep, trying to get rid of the Shreks before they can push in, but he's not out yet, Twister. He's got a meaty force in the south here. He could do something with it. DanielD's caused some harassment in the north. Rangers are getting some costly reinforcements in base before he's able to re-emerge. But there's one more shot at this before they head into double-digit victory points.
Yeah, I feel like they're afraid to commit almost, as their forces are very, very easily battered away, and I feel like they're kind of lacking some more punchy power. They need something here to just force away the 88 and the Panzer IVs, but I don't know if they have it.
We've seen an Abitchi 305mm barrage from Smoko recently. That caused some problems. Let's have a check on DanielD's army, see how close he is to getting back on the field in force. He's got 2 Hellcats ready to push. Could this be a pushing moment? He's got a Bulldozer, a Jaffe, a Hellcat. We've got a bit of supporting infantry, maybe not enough. With a few off-maps, maybe they could have one more go, Orangepest.
Yeah, real quick, do you know how to turn off cinematic mode? Okay, suddenly turn it on.
Control U, Control U.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. We've got the Rangers back ready. We've got the double Hellcats ready as well. Let's check for... We've got a flare coming up. A flare coming up on the center. It's do or die for the Allies.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it. They got 2 dozers, 3 Hellcats, a Chaffee, a bunch of infantry, but the right side VP is getting harassed, but I feel like they're waiting to pull the trigger right now.
Yes, they are. I think we've got a bombing strike utilized. Or is this supply drop firstly, actually?
He's getting more munitions. I think he wants to get the bombing, recon into the bombing run.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, he pushes
but
away.
they are really pushing the envelope here. They don't have that much space to play with.
No,
we're seeing like artillery come in to just deny their pushes as well. I mean, they have to commit.
They absolutely have to. Got Recon Loiter utilised. This is it, Orangepest, the last gasp effort of the Allies, Twister and Daniel. They haven't played as well as they wanted to at this point in time, but they're going to have to pull the trigger on all of this material. It's all in now.
Here we go. It's already moving in the vehicles. Zulu's already moving in forces to try and intercept, but we'll see if it's enough.
Right, Bulldozer needs to take out the flak. One more shot should do it. We've also have return 1 clicks from the Axis. Oh, there's a big... The Hellcats could take out the Panzer IV here. Meanwhile, in the south, the double Hellcats take out their Panzer of choice. Rifles pushing, but they're getting friendly fire damage at the moment. Gustatory versus Rangers in the centre, but the strafes come in from the Luftwaffe.
All Panzer IVs have fallen, but Zulu is quick to replenish and is immediately throwing in more, but they are still holding the victory point. We have some idle Rangers that need to move in and start contesting the center right now.
It's stick or twist, and Twister has a full army of American tanks pushing the centre. Rangers suppressed, but fight on. Oh, they're dead. They're very dead. Oh, my.
Oh, Lord. The Flak 88 also did not get... Oh, my God. The Flak 88 not getting destroyed there in the heat of battle really cements this engagement, even though they took some bad losses in the favor of the Axis.
You're going to see that Flak 88, that beautiful tank is there. We go, the 105 is down. The Hellcats are still in range of the Flak. Oh, no. You've called it, or if you don't kill the big emplacement Orangepest, you're right. Your attack's screwed up. At least they went for it, man. At least they didn't sit back and wait for the victory points to tick down.
I mean, they still have one chance to get back in this. It's not
They've
completely done. Oh, no, it is. The Hellcat's gone.
Everything's dead. Everything's dead.
There was a chance there where they could have very easily had the artillery, for example, been active at that moment, or if they'd, just been a little bit quicker and more efficient with the micro.
The inability to take out the Flak, I think there was a rifle that got suppressed really close to trying to take it out.
The two Hellcats had a completely open opportunity to just kill it, and they just did not.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have an analysis of the stats. We can see that the strongest player in terms of damage dealt was Zulu, with enemy infantry killed. Actually, he ran a negative KD, but he did a lot of damage. Smoko, great support, 22.2% average map control, showing he lost very little of what he captured.
Zulu was playing Smoko was playing very passively. He made a strong point in the center of the map, and then Zulu was basically just playing the supporting element after their initial aggressive gambit failed, and it really allowed them to lock down the map essentially, and just kind of sit there. And DanielD and Twister didn't seem to have any real answers for the for that camping center essentially, because they had they had really heavy artillery.
This is the tale of DanielD trying to capture the north there, and that team kind of lived or died by his ability to harass the north. They weren't able to break through the center, unfortunately, but it was a decent replay. Not a bad start to the best of 3, by all means. Right, 209 viewers, not bad, with a little fanfare and announcement before we launched into this today. Guess we're heading to the second game on Campbell's Convoy, which is reverse positions, and we are going to see Brits in this second game, so that should be interesting. Right, let me just get some... Oh, have I got a neutral player there?
Lay out the edges.
No, I haven't. Good. Right, I'm at 8 seconds, sorry, Orangepest. I got confused.
Alright, hold on.
Okay.
8 seconds for me.
Good stuff, my friend. Let me just get some water. I'll be right back with you guys. Hang on a sec. Right then. Good stuff. Okay then, so casting CoH3 2, here we go. Let's do the scores before I forget. Oh, so weirdly, the The whole thing's upside down. Fair enough. Score 1 for Smoko Zulu. You ready, Mr. Pest?
Yes, sir.
And obviously, everybody check out Orangepest on Twitch, of course. And go and give him some love. And he will be competing probably sometime after Christmas in another best of 5 championship showdown versus the winner of Ferragy versus Havoc. They are the contenders to the champion 1v1 heavyweight championship at the moment. But without further ado, we're at 8 seconds. We're unpausing in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I just did a few micro pauses to get back with you. You should be absolutely fine. Just stay where you are, sir. There we go.
We are already seeing paratrops.
We are already seeing paratrops, and this, the round 2 of this best of 3 inaugural 2 versus 2 tag team championship of the world. We've got Smoko playing as the United States. We've got Zulu playing as the British Forces versus double Wehrmacht. It's Twister and DanielD in the north. Orangepest, what are you going to want to see from the Wehrmacht players to get straight back into this series?
Well, they've already decided on the commander choices. It's going to be Coastals and Luftwaffe, which is going to be a very strong combo. It's basically emulating what the DAC player did, except with bunkers, which means they're probably going to go for a heavy central lockdown. You can already see like the Twister is already deviating quite a bit from how Zulu played his Falchion Piles. He's capturing the southern munitions and is winding it off.
Yeah, a lot of defensive barbed wires so far by both players, actually. They're taking this one seriously. Maybe they didn't fancy Campbell's Convoy as allies as well. Maybe this is their muse. Maybe Wehrmacht is where they shine. Let's wait and see. Meanwhile, we've got the aggressive players playing as the allies, so that should suit them. We've got Smoko and Zulu as mixed allies.
Yeah, Brits will really help with dealing with lockdowns and emplacements and just trying to hold center. Just having the Indian artillery, the 120 mortar, having just like all this off map from sections, your columns, even some of the units like centaurs, all this stuff. It's just going to be really useful in dealing with emplacements. But we're already seeing a very heavy push, and the key unit in this attack is actually going to be the Royal Engineers. They have the most DPS at CQC, so they want to.
They do, and they are waiting for the Falchion Pioneers to become active. They're abiding by the Geneva Convention, but that has been torn up now because the Falchion Pioneers have been eaten up after they've landed. Meanwhile, we have a party. A bit of a cluster party there. What is going on? Is this World War II? Is this how it was really fought? Brutal.
This feels like more like World War I.
When they've broken through the trenches. Oh my.
The Twister actually pulled through with a really strong play with the Luftfires there. He stuck around with taking more damage, and now his MG rotate, and now he's immediately rotating to deal with the rifles coming in from the center, so they're actually fending off this assault quite well, while at the same time decapping the enemy fuel.
Yeah, they've pushed in quite well there, decapping it indeed. The Allies are fighting back strong though, but this already is a much more aggressive start. Orangepest, what are your top tips when you're going up against coastal reserves? How do you battle against them?
When you're playing US, you want to play CQC. You want to get your attritional upgrade. So the logistics, for example, helps a lot. Puts your rifles at 19 manpower per model, while coastal straight at 20. You kind of just want to play mobile. You want to force the coastal. You want to win the early fights for the most part and force them to attack you because they are absolutely just awful at attacking in general. And rifles kind of just are very good at oppressing them if you can catch them off guard. But if you rush into them while they're prepared, you're always going to trade badly.
What do you think about Twister here? Planting a mine before going for the very exposed cutoff there. He could have negated so many more resources, but he elected for a mine instead. Well, let's...
I think they're confident in their ability to hold this, and I think their overall goal right now is to just consolidate. And I think that's just a good tool, just to just killing like 2 to 3 rifles, right? Like that's a guaranteed one engagement. And if you're not confident you can hold the cutoff anyway, you might as well just get as much value as you can.
Alright, we've got the captain coming out. We've got 3 rifles, as we've spoken about so much. Maybe we'll see bars from Smoko. Maybe he'll go for that. And here we go. We've got the Paulson on the field, meaning we've got the big Indian mortar somewhere as well, most likely.
Yeah, it's already firing off. And what you can notice immediately about this game compared to the last game is Twister and Daniel are actually working in sync. They're covering each other, they're trying to support each other at all times. That mine coming in clutch is going to delay the Paulson now. That's massive.
Maybe even, yeah, exactly. That could help so much. That's that mine from earlier.
Got Rangers picked again. That's interesting. I guess people are really liking the Howitzer for the mid game. I would presume, but I'm not sure.
When does a wizard arrive, Orangepest?
Never too late.
Exactly, precisely when he intends to. And we have him on the field right now to zone out anything he chooses to.
What I find quite fascinating, actually, is the fact that Twister went for a very heavy... it's basically just mainline-wise. He went for double fall pie on double MG, which is very... into tier 3 even, which is very, very unique. I don't think I've seen that before.
A lot of his units are getting... Yeah, a lot of his units are getting forced off at the moment.
Also... Or he might even lose this fall pie on the retreat here.
Yeah. Aggressive reversing from the Paulson. He's got his... He's using those wing mirrors. And he's got him in his sights, but there's the AT gun. It could be a straight trade there. He's being spotted for, but the AT gun is out of range.
Yeah, there lies a little bit on Daniel. His coastal reserve decided to not push in and block the path. So he actually let that get away. Trading a full fire for a Pulston would have been 100% a worthwhile trade, but just losing that unit now means it's basically 1 combat unit for Twister, which is not great when there's a 120 mortar who's a bit able to zone out all your MGs.
Classic allied play in 2v2 here. We've got a support weapon orientated player, Zulu, and we've got the rifle orientated player. Let's see how these Vickers can do with their 4.2-inch mortar support. The VP UI is most likely broken, Thomas. You are right. I have every replay bug I've alerted, right? This is their version 1 of replays. I've also minimized stats because I was aware that that was the wrong way around. But yeah, I think victory points are wrong, basically, most likely. Well spotted by Thomas, who's one of the few CoH3 players in the 2v2 ladder for CoH3. And where are all the 2v2 players from CoH3 at Orangepest?
You're asking the wrong guy, but I don't...
Still playing CoH2 is the answer, by the way.
Yeah, they're not playing. Oh, there's like 4 or 5 people that played like 2v2s now. It's like 3 strong teams, maybe 4.
Yeah, it's a struggle. We got Ferrigy and his team are ready to play in this series. We also have Raw11, if you've ever heard of him, and his teammate are ready to play.
I think I played him in that Co-1 modded cup.
Really good player, actually. You don't want to say anything because you know I'm a Co-1 stan. You're like, oh, he's a top scrub AE. He's a boomer.
I'm just, you know, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything about the play he had.
Did you ever play BK mod test? What did you think of him?
You know, Zulu thinks that guy's a fraud.
A fraud?
Yeah. He basically thinks he crutched on Verma being busted more than anything.
Oh, come on. I watched him play with... he had the tap map stylings of, like, the good CoH2 Master League players. He was a very fast...
I'll wait for him to play CoH3.
Yeah, where's he at? Where's he at? Exactly.
He said he didn't want to learn a new game.
What? He learned, like, every modded version of CoH1. What is he on about? I don't get him.
That's what he said, so I'm assuming he's just afraid.
Tell you what, allies are pushing mightily hard in now. Zulu Smoko on a full tank of gas. Look like they want to finish this best of 3 off in style in a 2-0 victory, asserting their dominance and prowess. They've pushed really far into their opponent's quarters now.
Yeah, it's becoming a struggle. I think Twister might be holding out for a needle warfare, but I'm not sure that's the right call. At the moment, they're really just penned in, and the early aggression isn't really working. And we're gonna see a Greyhound just base diving, killing off a love pile.
Yes. That is aggressive play. I missed the M8 mine. If this was like CoH1 or CoH2, you'd see the M8 mine coming down now.
That
They've
stuff
made
is
some
so
space.
cheesy, though. Come
Oh,
on.
God, no, it was amazing. Give me M8 mines on Krieg's barracks. Killing them when the Pack 38 comes out. That is the dream.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm not favoring Axis chances here. It feels like they've kind of collapsed, that they don't know what to do anymore.
No. The wizard's just not being enough of a wizard. The hobbits are realizing he can kind of light things up a little bit, and his staff doesn't do much else.
Yeah, he's gonna have to cast a ward of action at this point, at this rate, on the fuel point, but I'm not sure if that's gonna help a lot.
Well, there you go, Zulu Smoko. Looking
Okay,
likely
we got a combat unit in production right now. I got a verbal on the way. That's gonna be really crucial. As there isn't that much AT, there is a AT gun coming out, and also a frontline medical tent. But in terms of AT, that's about it. So it's gonna come down to this Greyhound and AT gun combo to force off the verbal.
Well, Paulson doing its job for the British Empire there. And yeah, it is now a question of the Allies look down on morale. They are taking out the Paulson, at least it would seem. Panzerbuska getting the kill, but they're down on morale and they're recoiled a little bit and they're looking to strike. But look at this push in from the M8 with Rangers and bars.
Got a mine in the way, but okay, yeah, that's dissuade the M8 pushing in, but the Rangers are still going in. Verbal will force it off though.
Yeah, the
Not
Rangers.
before they get a wipe.
The Rangers Rambo into pretty much every situation they can do. Got an M8 setting up on retreat to cover his retreat path. Nice synergy of play there.
What I'm really liking is the layering of support weapons from the allied team here. You got two machine guns in the back, then you got the AT gun, but then you got mortars right behind that, and then the M8 and the frontline medical tent, which is just reducing the amount of downtime they're having right now.
It's, Orangepest is complementing his in real life friend Zulu, his support weapon play. I'm sure there's no bias involved whatsoever there, but it has been very decent, hasn't it? He's showing how to play aggressively with support weapons. You daisy chain them up the map with basically supporting one another. It's in the bloody name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just you create a front line, and right now the only real answer is the wizard and its magic, but it's not too efficient at this point. With Twister, just kind of, I don't want to call him deadweight, but like his forces aren't doing much, and his composition isn't really helping him in his ability to attack this.
Oh,
Especially considering the Vickers basically just stomps all over the what do you call it? The MG42 in
Yeah.
1v1s.
it can do, especially if he gets the drop on it from behind cover. And we're seeing a lot of the drop on things from behind cover. Scouts are waiting for the Pioneers in the south. That's how far up Smoko has pushed in the south.
It just shows how overextended they are. The 2-1 that should be zoning out the Greyhound is nowhere to be found because they've kind of put all their resources in the top north and conceding everything else in exchange.
Well, we're now asking yourselves, kind of in the back of our minds, who could possibly challenge a team as strong as Smoko Zulu? Maybe Raw 11 from coming here as One's Dynasty is going to have to dust off his knuckles. Maybe Ferrigy can find his teammates, or maybe someone out there is going to start training for these future show matches, because we want to build long lineages of champions, because then when they fall Orangepest, it means more. Do you think there's any...
Is that why I'm not allowed to challenge them?
Well, you could be tag team champion and the heavyweight champion, but that kind of makes the promotion look weak.
I'd win. I'm confident I'd win.
Just trust me, WWF was rubbish when Stone Cold Steve Austin was the tag team champion at the same time. We have to have a variety of people. I mean, you can't be everything, Orangepest. The caster, the referee.
One day.
I mean, you haven't even got any friends. Who could possibly team with you?
I have a 2v2 partner.
Who?
Dexon.
Oh, Dexon!
I'm not even joking.
And you think you
Dexon
could
is my
train up?
actual 2v2 partner.
Helping Hands is in chat, by the way. I believe there are people that Helping Hands is not yet teamed with in the community that he could challenge for.
I think he's been playing Alcon recently.
Yes! Yes, amazing! Helping Alpern. Maybe Hans can help him to his first championship. That would be amazing indeed. Make it happen. That's the kind of content we want to see. Look at this. Smoko's a bloody strong player, isn't he? He's annihilating everything Twister tries to push south.
Yeah, at this point I feel like it's just waiting for the hammer to fall. Until that's here, there isn't much AP and they're all overextended and they can't really put down any pressure.
That's a nice skin, isn't it? Is that the Forest Ranger skin or something like that?
I don't know, I don't buy skins.
Me neither, but that's quite a nice one, as skins go.
Sure.
Well, this was fun. Game 1 was good, wasn't it? We enjoyed Game 1, didn't we, Orangepest?
It was alright. I could tell these guys are outclassed immediately, though.
Could you? I mean, they had a shot at getting back into the game.
There
at
was
least.
no coordination in the first game. And I feel like in this game you can't play separate 1v1s, you kind of have to coordinate.
True,
Because
exactly.
the exponential power of some units is way better if you have multiple units to support.
That's why, as you say, the golden rule of 2 versus 2 is if I push, you push. It's as simple as that. And if I'm getting 2v1s, you come and help me. Oh, what a big shot there from the Matilda. It's as simple as that. And other than repairing each other's tanks and a few other little things, that's as simple as it gets. If you don't follow those rules, you're not going to have a good time.
When it comes to off-map from the Ranger Company, that's going to be the killing blow.
Oh, here they come.
Yeah, you can just kind of tell the difference in the quality of the pushes that I like to do when compared to last game. Immediately when there's any off-map, immediately there's some sort of coordinated attack going on to pressure and force them to move back in with artillery. You're just gonna lose the Matilda here, but like, it's inconsequential at this point.
Yeah. He's very dead. He was screaming, identify those targets whilst he was on fire, so he's brave. When you said off-map from the range company, I got really excited we were getting the mechanical men, but apparently not. You just meant 155mm rapid artillery barrage. But
those guys, they're actually useful, but
they're awesome.
I actually get a lot of utility out of them, but like they are kind of a niche application thing.
Yeah. They can be crap as well. Depends how you click them. You have to click them in just the right way. Like, don't click too hard. You have to kind of do like a soft click in order to not scare them. But if you do that, you know, they're really good.
Well, you know, if you want to hold the point for like 5 seconds, you know, they're there. They're there to get eaten by artillery and feed your opponent like Vet 3 immediately in one barrage.
Just a reminder, by the way, the victory points are bugged in this replay. It's, of course, the team of Twister and DanielD that will have 173/2 victory points and dropping.
Is this a best of 5 or best of 3?
Best of 3, don't you worry. I would never ever cast a best of 5 2v2 game willingly, because I always find best of 3 is all you need. Unless it was like some grand final of some mega tournament or something. But
Yeah.
2v2s tend to be more of a struggle. There's more opportunities within a game of 2v2. Like in a
Yeah,
1v1.
they're longer too, because you can just defend easier.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can't sort things out in a best of 3, you probably couldn't have sorted out in a best of 5 either.
Well, we see the Nebo Warfare giving some counter battery on the mortars, but a little bit too late.
Tilt is coming out. Orangepest gone to Boring Pest. casting mode. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Sorry,
Let's get some
sorry,
fake hype.
like, this game, sorry, but like this game's over. I know.
No,
there's
there's such thing as fake hype. Look, I've got an emote and everything. Hang on.
I just don't have it in
Fake
me.
hype. Here we go. This is the last-ditch effort possible now for the Allies. The mortar's shredding them to pieces. They've got support from the half-track, but how long will it last? The Wizard casting every spell available to him, but he can't find what he needs to find, which is a miracle in order to rescue this situation. As the Matilda's waltzing in Orangepest. It's waltzing. That's an ode to the Anzacs in the First World War in the failed Gallipoli operation. We've got the Vet2 M8 coming in for the kill now on the flak. But there's two of them, goddammit, and they are holding strong.
I wish this wizard had learned about his spell school, because what he's got right now isn't cutting it at all.
Expecto Patronus! Just a
I
horde
wonder
of
if we're gonna
angelic.
see the allied version of a wizard. That'd be fun. Give me a British or a magician.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah. Just call me Harry
Expelliarmus!
Potter.
No, Kawzak asked in chat, can the wizard summon surrender button? No. He also can't summon map vetoes or searches all factions. Which is a shame.
You can lose you the game though. There's always that.
Oh, there you go. That's it, lads. The AT guns have pushed up. The half track's down. And I believe this isn't the base bunker, no, but we're getting close to the base bunker.
We have a desperate cap on the south side with a single left pile just capping the map.
Good. I like their spirit.
Spirit doesn't win you games, unfortunately.
Well, it can keep you in games. Well, we've had some fun. Especially you can go back to play League of Legends now if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go harass my coworker and call him automatic.
Good luck, have fun, my friend. And yeah, look forward to seeing Orangepest play for, best of 5 for the World Heavyweight Championship sometime after Christmas versus the winner of Ferigi and Havoc. But maybe we'll let Orangepest play with Dexon in this 2v2 thing in January.
I mean, if you want a real match,
Ooh, fighting talk.
I'm always down to claim free money.
Fighting talk, yeah, fighting talk. Well, we do have another team that want to play. It's Raw 11, so maybe you could play a best of 3 contender bout against them. See
Yeah,
if
sure.
Okay, there we go.
I have to check if Dexon's vision is coming back right now. So apparently he's going blind. So I have to check if he can play.
31 victory points ticking down on the south. Victory points being capped by a mixture of Gurkhas, Royal Engineers and infantry. Eagleverth fighting back, but they're running out of steam. 23 VPs and dropping fast. It's been an exciting game 1 of this best of 3. If you just caught game 2, feel free to check game 1 back on YouTube. I will be uploading this in higher quality than you've seen here on Twitch. So yeah, big shout out to you guys that'll do that. Thank you, Mr. Orangepest, for joining today. I release you of your services, sir. Pleasure having you. I think he's already gone. There we go. There we go. I kind of stopped casting properly for the last 15 minutes of that. No offense to Twister and DanielD. I thought they had a very good game 1 despite what Orangepest said. I knew they were outmatched a little bit, but I thought they put up a good fight. Game 2, they never really got going, but they did their best. This time, yeah, they were pretty much outmatched. It seems Zulu got the majority of the damage dealt. On terms of map control, he never really lost much of what he took, so great performance by the American there. Graphs, we can see the points held graph showing that unfortunately Twister had no territory points that he'd originally captured at some points in that game, showing just an inability to break through. So unfortunate for Twister there. But GG, well played to all players. I'm going to create some fake content now, so if you're watching this on YouTube, it will be fake content here on out. So yeah, we're going to...
There's a third replay you can look at.
Yeah, what is that? What? Like, that surely can't be... Maybe they just made it themselves.
You can look. And last time
Yeah.
I did it, me and Zulu just sat there and chatted. So,
Oh, did you actually play a game that I never saw? Okay.
wait, the fifth game was more now we just sat there AFK, but we were just talking and
Oh.
constructing the
Maybe we
games.
could just, like, enjoy
We'll
the
look at it
ambiance.
anyway. There might be
Yeah.
something interesting.
Let's have a look. Reveal map all. Casting code 2. Nope, it's casting code 3. There we go. That's the correct one. It kind of. Let me There we go. So the score now says fake and game. And yeah, I can hear Orangepest's mum. I can't speak Swedish though. Hang on. Hang on.
Hey mamma.
Hey,
I'm not
mama.
casting with you. I'm just
Oh, you're not? Okay.
no.
I was trying to speak
You're
Swedish to your mother. Hey, mama.
Oh my god.
Hey, is H-E-J, hey? Why would that be hey? Oh, is a J a Y? Anyway, all right, mate. I'll chill cast this. Thanks for casting with me, dude. Bye-bye.
See ya.
There we go. We kind of nearly killed Orangepest with boredom there in game 2. But let's do a ding ding pitch slayer. It deserves it. It's a fake game. Well, let's go. Fake hype in the house. Hello and welcome to a very, very fake game 3. As we see the Titans of Twister and DanielD this time as double USF on, this time, Pacino Farms. Let's get it on. Haha, visual bug or no battle groups. It's definitely just a bit of a practice game here versus the players in the north. We've got Zulu and Smoko as mixed axis. That's just a bit of a scrim, it would seem. So let's chill out and enjoy this and create some kind of like a bit of a fake game period at the end of the YouTube video. So those people watching on YouTube don't get spoiled by the outcome of game 2 so easily. It is indeed, the series is over. The champions were Smoko Zulu. They are your reigning 2v2 champions of the world.
Scout squad is ready and able. Scouts ready
Let's
to
have
make
a look
a
at the
move.
build orders. So I'm going to try and get better at casting 2v2. A lot of, you need to swap between the players quite easily. I might try and develop a way of doing that. Like, maybe a script that lets me flip between them a lot more easily. Zulu is Wehrmacht in the north. He hasn't chosen any battle groups yet. And Smoko, neither is he. Got the 250 coming out from there. Chino stalemate is eerily daylight driven for those 1v1 players out there. Yeah, they've kept the civilians in the center as well, just waiting for any sign of German activity before they retreat to... I don't know where they go. Let's find out where they go today. I actually want to know where they leave the map. I think that would be nice.
A 30 cal. Does it come with a gunner?
We're just enjoying this for what it is. It seems they are going to play a real game 3, it would seem, which is nice.
Get us out of here.
Keep an eye on those civilians. Want to find out where they go. It's a double... It's a double weasel start. It is a double weasel start. And the first weasel's now down. There they go. There they go. They leave the church courtyard. And they go past the trees. Are they just going to run off through the base? Yeah, they do indeed run off through the base. Thomas says Raw 11's a great player. That confirms it for me because I think he's a great player as well. He's one of my favourite CoH3 players, I would say, from back in the day. So they go up the bank here. Another weasel down there. Or is that just the original weasel? And then they start running sideways.
Scout squad.
Scouts and they disappear! They disappear there behind the trees. Interesting. Meanwhile, it seems they just ordered some things into base. It's like more fake than fake as possible. They're literally just writing... Ah! What's he writing there? This is Zulu. He's going to try and write Zulu, it would seem. But that's a Z. Then what's this? They do like... They should jump as well, like Mario Captain Frog, indeed. Yeah, I mean, most people play with the pay-to-win stuff. It is always more powerful when it first comes out. That is tried and tested kind of capitalism at its least fine. Is Z-I? Is that an I? What is he saying?
A munitions point is being attacked. Vehicle has captured the sector.
Yeah, they're just talking amongst each other because we had patching issues last night.
Sweet, that's 30 cal, boys. Does it come with a gunner?
What else have we got going on? They're just chilling out, killing each other. They are actually retreating, and the Weasel army is still going pretty strong from DanielD.
Now in enemy hands. Get us out of here.
He's weaseling around, having a great time. And we're just chilling, making fake game content. How's everybody's weekends? Have we got any good plans? Anybody doing anything interesting?
Vehicles ready to be dispatched.
Ooh, that's a good point. Let's try that. So this is Zulu's camera angle. He doesn't flip, unfortunately, so that is not correct there, sadly. It isn't correct. He literally just wrote Z. Yeah, the sunshine. Sunshine in the UK at the moment. Yeah, I don't know if you're from where I'm from. Daniel's saying he's so sick of flak into flak meta, basically. Into MHT. Don't know what that means. Oh, he's very dead. Oh. Maybe I should make the fake bit. Soon he thinks this is real, meant to be real content.
We have manpower available for use.
Oh, well, he landed in a grave at least. This is horrible. Pretty sure the Allies have lost everything now, have they? Now this is proper play, look at that. That's how it should be.
Oh, shit!
And Mortar Hive, exactly. Oh, this is just a replay micro soft XL 2007. Worst version of XL, by the way. We're just creating some extra content for YouTube so we can... I'm going to go for a run after this, actually.
We got wounded.
Yeah, they don't have much left, unfortunately, for them. Smoko and Zulu even crushed them in the fake chill environment, which is just brutal, really. Nightmarish, aren't they? Come on, SSF Commandos, you'll be the ones to take down the Gastatori. I believe in you. Here we go. The battle's on. Oh god. Ooh. Willie Pete. Gastatori really low. And falls back. The SSF won! I can't believe it! Go, Commandos!
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
How many flares is that? Is that all for the bunkers? How does that work? Come on, lads! Rangers. Will the SSF be able to finish them off now?
Victory point is under enemy control.
Yes, they will.
Reinforcement withheld, Commandant. Initiating requisition.
Insert plugs.
Victory
Insert
point lost.
drainage plugs in hull. There you go. Game over. What a game it was. GG well played in the fake game 3 there. Well, yeah, it's a very grainy picture right now because it's very dark in this room, so it's using artificial lighting to make itself less dark. Yeah, thanks for watching. The video length of this is only 1 hour and 12 minutes, so people aren't going to be expecting a full best of 3, are they there? Yeah, it was enjoyable, to be honest. It was enjoyable. Hopefully people enjoy the content. We'll aim to do more cash games in the future. Best of 5 1v1s, best of 3 2v2s, maybe on the same day as well, if I can. Yes, North Weapon, it's all over now. It was a 2-0 victory, and it'll be on YouTube later today if you don't want to be completely spoiled. But yeah, you will be able to find it later today. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll try... Oh no! How long's the recording? 1 hour 13 minutes. I'll try and get it to 1.5 hours, but I'll spare you guys on Twitch. I'm gonna raid someone else now, and I'll just keep the recording going. We'll raid Helping Hands. He's a young YouTuber. He needs help building his channel. So let's go raid him. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Raiding in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, I could do that if people... Thing is, though, like... The silver... I've already got on my thing, right? If we look over here real quick. Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for the raid. I've just been adding some new sub badges onto the channel. We've got Sapphire, Ruby, Diamond, and Platinum now. For the years 7, 8, 9, and 10. I thought we had for the people who've been subscribed for the longest. What a nice little thing. I was just saying, yeah, we've already got the badges, the Iron Crosses themselves already in silver and gold. I have not actually had bronze at all, ever, in the whole loadout. So I think adding, like, a bronze here would just not make much sense. But I think it's fine as it is, to be honest. Oh, I haven't added an emerald one, actually. Do a wooden for 2 months? I don't know. I mean, I've got a couple, a couple are missing, but I think it's fine to leave a couple missing. You don't need badges for every. Like, I feel like after at least 5 years, I think going by it every year is fine. I think. Running out of metals and stuff if you keep going. I don't know, does anyone really employ a 2-month badge? Because the 2-month badge was fairly new. If I remember right. That's a fairly new one. That wasn't around originally, the 2-month badge. Add ribbon to 5.5. What, for these? If I had a ribbon, maybe I could put a ribbon after this for like the half-year people want.
Oh yeah,
but,
sorry
like,
YouTube guys. I'll go and chill now. Just watch it out.
I mean, this badge is already huge as enough as it is. It's this one it makes sense because the ribbon's on the back here. But if